I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day. And you guys know I love authors, but not only authors, people who have done the thing that they wanted to do in their life, like my next guest. He has done so much, and I'm just so happy to have him on the show. Armen, welcome to the show.
Well, actually, I'm delightful to be on this kind of a interview, and this could open doors that I never thought it could be open for me.
Wow.
Look at it
Wow.
this way: I have been five as a student. I have gone all this way. I never thought that a day will come when I'll be interviewing somebody in this way, both video and audio, and it could make some other doors open for me. I am delighted.
Definitely. I am delighted to have you on. Definitely. And I'm glad that you feel that way. So, I mean, okay, so tell us about yourself.
About myself. What would
Mm-hmm.
you like to know?
But we were talking about you earlier, about how you
Oh, you
came
want me
over
to
here.
repeat it?
Yeah,
I'll be very
I
happy
didn't
to
get
do.
that on camera. I didn't get that on recording. I'm so sorry. We didn't start yet. But go ahead, do it again. I like to hear it again.
Okay. Actually, I was born in a large city in Iran, Tabriz, Iran. I lost my mother before I was 5 years old. My father abandoned me with my grandmother. Grandmother passed away 2 years later. Then I was door to door here and there and putting myself through school. My father remarried again. And as it is put in the book, for 2 years I lived with them. It was literally hell for me. And
Mm,
I could not take it anymore. 11 years old, I decided this is not my country. This is not my life. This is not what I want to be. I have to get out of here. My father was told that your son was telling this to his friend. Called me in, said, "What have we done to you that you want to run away?" What could I say to that father who does not understand exactly what kind of hell I am going through? I did not answer him, but I kept doing it. For 11 years, I planned and studied and worked and got enough money to apply for a school in United States and brought myself to United States. And very many people were instrumental in my coming to United States.
mm,
Saw me, who I was, what I wanted to do, and the support that I did not have, they offered the support. I
mm.
thank them all in my book.
Wow. That is an amazing story. That is an amazing. So at 11 years old, you decided this is what I want.
Exactly. 11 years old. I decided this is not my life. I don't want this life. I have to get out. I no support, no money, nothing. So
My
I
God.
started planning.
Wow. Wow. And you planned very well. So you were telling me how you were, or just go ahead and tell us what you did, because I mean, I couldn't even fathom doing it.
Well, you cannot phantom it until you are in it and you experience it yourself. You have to feel it on your body.
Mm,
When your whole soul and mind says, I don't want it, I
mhm.
reject it. And since no help is coming, I have to create it myself. I created it.
Yeah.
Does it
And
make
then,
sense?
yes, definitely. And you became a scientist?
What?
And okay, so after that, you went to school and you did science. I mean, what did you do after that that got you here, the college, the school?
The very first school I came to in the United States was a church-sponsored school in Maryville, Tennessee. Church was started by Mr. Anderson 180 years before that.
Mhm.
And, well, it was a good school. It was, at the time, it was towards the end of the Puritan area in the United States, and everything very strict. And unfortunately, most of the strictness was an imposed thing which has nothing to do with the Church of Christ. It was something made up. And that created another rebel in me against church, against organized religion. Now, I am when I say organized religion, I am not talking against neither the creator, which I don't call him God. It's a creator, it's a huge, big energy,
Mm-hmm.
intelligent energy.
Right.
And Christ himself, who is a rebel against the Jewish establishment.
Mm-hmm.
I see Christ as a rebel person against the church, their church. Why? Because of the Bible in uh, according to Matthew chapter 5, when Christ starts talking about on the top of the hill, it's called Sermon on the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
In there, they say that I am not here to change the law, I am here to complete the law. But then he opens up. You have been told this, I'm telling you this. Exactly the opposite. That was revelation to me. I was free.
Mm.
I knew I was not alone anymore.
Right.
Somebody much better, much stronger than me had talked it 2,000 years ago.
Wow.
So that created doors for me.
Mm-hmm.
I Something happened in Melbourne College. This I have to tell because it's very important. It's a decision-making point in my life. I was the end of the third year in college, only 3 courses short of graduation, and a senior student, a theological student, a first-class student, who had been given a free room in the chapel, all that thing, fell in love with a freshman girl and took her to his room in the chapel. And they did whatever they did, that's not my business. But that girl used to sing in the choir every morning in the chapel. She came and said, I may be pregnant. And students said, wow, it cannot be done. They went to the dean of women called Dean Massey.
Mm-hmm.
And she told, look, girls, it's only 3 weeks away from graduation. Keep quiet. The guy will graduate and go and we'll ask her not to come back. Those 3 girls were holier than me or holier than you. They went to Dean of Men, told him the same story. He said, who else knows about it? They said, we went to Dean Massey, and this is what she said. So he fired the students right then and there, and that was something I could not take. I went to Dean's
Wow.
office. I said, Dean McClelland, you are supposed to running a school under a church, and you are supposed to be a deacon in the church, and you are doing this. And 3 things that I am short of. One of them is Christian ethics. You cannot teach me ethics because of whatever you did. Second one is the second part of the Bible. You can do whatever you want with that Bible. I don't take that Bible. And the
Mm-hmm.
third one is the world literature in poetry, which I don't care about. You can take that diploma and do whatever you want with it. I will not say the words what I was told him, and I walked away. I
Oh
denied that.
wow.
I denied that education. I
Mm.
had taken all the college, all the courses in mathematics that I was majoring in. All of them, they did not have a course that I hadn't taken, and I had made straight A student in
Oh
mathematics. I went to University of Tennessee. I took myself into engineering. I got degree in mechanical engineering. Went into aerospace. Worked all my life in aerospace.
wow. That's amazing. Wow. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that where you're at and where you begin may not be where you end up. And
Well,
so
I did not end up my place yet.
I hear you. I'm talking about
Something
like just the
has
school,
happened
but
which is
man,
much bigger than that.
yes, definitely, definitely. So, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the book because I know you wrote the book. It says, Thank You, America and Americans. Let's talk about that book.
Well, okay, I'll talk about that.
So what were you doing in Iran before the revolution anyway?
I'll tell you what I was doing in Iran. Uh, Somebody had designed a system that was supposed to be installed in American embassy in Tehran.
Mm.
He had never been outside of United States in all his life, only 3 times out of California. In other words, he was a babe outside. He did not know what's going on in the world. The head of the maintenance said that we cannot send him to install that unit. If something goes wrong, he doesn't know what to do. And what can we do? This guy, sending him, he was born there. He speaks languages. So they chose me to go. It is supposed to be 2 weeks' work. And I was called and said, okay, 2 weeks you install and you start. We want you to spend one more week, survey the market, and come and tell us what can be done over there, what can we do over there. So after 2 weeks installing and running, I went with the help of a young man into 7 ministries, and we studied the coming 5 and 10 years planning of those 7 ministries.
Mm.
I came back and said that everything else that is there, whatever is the market, you already are in the market. There is one thing that you don't have. There are 66,000 villages in Iran that are living in Middle Ages.
Oh
Middle
my
Ages.
gosh.
And the unit that I installed in the embassy is what they need. And that is 66,000 gas turbine power systems. The vice president of the corporation told me, you went to Iran, smoked hashish, and lost your mind. Now that is 1970.
Oh my gosh.
1973, oil prices went from $3.50 a barrel to $35 a barrel, 10 times. Money is pouring into the Middle East with no plans. They send an American to Iran to do whatever they want to do. He went and sat on his fat rear end and did not do anything, got drunk for 2.5 years. After 2.5 years, they saw that he was a flop. They asked, well, what should we do? Their Iranian partner said you had sent somebody over here 5 years ago. He went and did studies with my son. Get him over here. So they came and asked me to go to Iran. I said, no. Why not? I said, because it's not possible for me. So they sent me and my wife on a 3 week tour of the world to all our plants to change my mind. I came back. I said, no. Why not? I said, because I have problems. Okay, go to Iran for 3 weeks and come back. We will talk. I went to Iran. I went through all the ministries again, came back. Okay, now you go? No, I won't go. Why not? I said, because I have 2 sons. Both of them are American born. They are American citizens. If I go over there, Iranian government does not recognize them as United States citizens. They'll draft them into the military and they'll lose their American citizenship. I will not
Yep.
do it. Okay, we came to, after 3 months of talk and conversation, we came to a conclusion. Family will stay in Germany. I'll go to Iran and I'll fly back and forth every other week to see my family.
Oh my gosh.
So I went to Iran. I started talking in 2.5 years. I put together a consortium of several international corporations to come to Iran and put a brand new plant to renovate a project and start the project for 10 years to renovate 10,000, 66,000 villages and make a brand new country out of it.
Oh my god.
Khomeini occurred. He came out.
Wow.
That put me into another fight against Khomeini and against the religion that he was leading. I had to go and study all the religions, down to the roots of it. I came up with this conclusion. God was created by Moses. Before Moses, there was no God. Believe it or not, I have studied all those books, every single one of them. Before Moses, there was no God. Okay, Moses came. He had to move all these people who were robbing Egypt blind, told him to take those people and get them out of the country and have them walk the desert for 40 years until all of them die. So Moses took them out. After Moses came Jesus, who worked against the religion, saying that you are running a church supposed to be representing God. You cannot be money people. You should be
Right.
people for the people.
Mm-hmm.
So they crucified him. Then came Muhammad. Muhammad was married to Khadija, who was a Jewish lady, very rich. After 11 years of marrying her, Muhammad started preaching Judaism, not Islam.
Mm.
And, well, they had to kill him because he was going against them.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that happened.
Umar, Umar ibn Khattab killed him, and his motive was for in killing him was to rob Iran, all the richness of Iran. So all that happened, all that went into my other books, which I have
Wow.
written, I have published. And if I had done any blasphemy, I would not be alive today. Everything that I wrote was truth and fact. That's why I'm alive.
Mm.
Now, you are facing a crazy man, aren't you?
Well, I mean, it's revolutionary. It's like, okay,
I am a revolutionary.
yes, it's just amazing what you've done. Okay, so what is new under the revolution under the model women, life, and liberty? I mean, there's so many women over there getting killed because they're not wearing their hijab right. They're not they're not presenting themselves correctly. They're getting put in jail, and then the next thing you know, they're dead. I mean, what is new?
You asked one of the most important questions of the day. It is uh, right now, Iran is in revolution. And who started revolution? Women, not men. Men did not have the guts to do it.
But
Women
they
did.
don't have to, do they?
Huh?
They don't really have to, do they? I mean, the way
Who?
as an American, as a person that's looking on the outside in, I don't really know what's going on. But what I'm saying is that the women are being persecuted more than the men, so the men have an advantage where most of them
Absolutely.
they don't really need to
Yes.
have a revolution.
They had to. And they did. The most important thing is that they did. Not they
Mm-hmm.
had to, but they
Yeah.
did. They took the scarves out, made a flag out of it, and started turning around. That changed the whole thing.
Mm.
And all of a sudden, the whole country started waking up. This is the third revolution in Iran that I am living in right now. I am part of that revolution. I am every day writing to those women and those who are rebelling and telling them, look, don't tell I don't like this. Say what do you want to replace it with?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't know where you are going to ruin the house and live in a ruins.
Mm-hmm.
I am a revolutionary. Yes, I am.
Right.
And all my work has been in revolution, either in technical sense or social sense. I am.
There's just so many different things. Like, okay, so will the women win? Will they be? I mean, I understand that there's modesty in that. I got it. And some women, they should have the option of wearing it. They should have the option of wearing the full garment, the hijab. They should have an option of not,
Of
because
course, they
I think it's
should.
up to them, you know,
Of
but
course.
I mean, it shouldn't be forced on them, is what I'm saying. I mean, what do you say about this?
Consider one point, no, one or two, 3 points. Item number one, in all over the world, there are more women than men living. That's fact. It's not my thing, it's fact.
Mm-hmm.
Item number two, in Iran, right now, in the universities, there are more women than men. That is a change.
Oh yeah.
And number three, women for the first time said, okay, you men could not do it, whatever is right. We are person, we are alive. We are not half person. You are full
Mm-hmm.
person. We deserve everything as much as we can, and we are better than you, and we should do the things that should be done.
Mm.
Those are the three important things.
Wow.
How do you like that?
I love that. I
That's
love that. I
wonderful.
mean, it's like this, I think that a lot of people have it kind of backwards when they say that women expect a lot from men. I think men expect too much from women. We got to have the kids. We got to take care of the kids. We got to be perfect. We have to have the perfect bodies and the perfect skin, but yet we have to cover up. But you can't cover up, but you have to cover up everything, but not everything. But if you show even this, we'll kill you or we'll maim you or you'll be burned or you'll be. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. Stop for a second. We're not like this thing. You know what I mean? We're not a possession. We're people who are doing this out of love. We're having the kids because we love you. We're taking care of you because we love you. We're doing everything because we love you, and yet we get no respect because you don't love us the way we love you. That's how I feel.
Unfortunately, whatever you said is absolutely true, and the fact goes on this basis. Only because of physical strength, men have manipulated, misused, abused women.
Yes, yes, all over the world.
Have you seen the movie My Fat Greek Wedding?
Yes.
Okay. Over there, that mother of the girl said that your father may think that he's the head, but I'm the neck. I can control it in any way I please. It is unfortunate that it has to go that way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if men could be a bit more logical, like women, then we would not come to that. Unfortunately, because of physical strength and that stupidity, which puts this in the lower part of the body, forget it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unfortunate, very unfortunate. But
Wow.
it will take people like me who are rebels, who are revolutionaries, to come out and say, okay, I don't want to live this life. I'm
Mm.
going to start talking and I'm going to start doing whatever has to be done. If you want to kill me, kill me. I don't want it.
Yeah. I hear you. I
Okay.
hear you. And I pray for those women over there. I really do every single day because I think that they deserve the respect that they give out, you
Well,
know.
unfortunately, you are talking from a point that has taken too much suffrage.
I know.
You are women, you are of people of color, and in both cases, you are things working against you.
I know. I
I'll
know.
fight for you. I'll die for you because you deserve better.
Thank you.
There's not an empty statement. I do. All my life, I have fought for anything that I think is right. I have fought. So far, I'm 9 years old, 90,
Hmm.
and I'm still fighting, and nobody has killed me.
Well, you're blessed.
Yes, I am.
Yes, definitely blessed. And
Yes.
definitely it's a blessing to have you here on the show. Thank you, America and Americans is not your only book. What other books have you written?
Okay. I have written altogether 29 different books.
Oh my gosh.
Get
Wow.
those. But two of them are very important books.
Hmm.
Both of them have to do with Islam. After I studied, I read the Quran in three different languages 20 times.
Wow.
I know everything about Islam.
Hmm.
One day I had a revolution. Now, whether you are going to believe me or not, that's immaterial. One early morning, I woke up, it was not light yet, and there were three images standing in front of me. Large bodies, heads all in light. I could not see face. I looked at them. One of them standing in front extended his arm and in Arabic said, Ya mu'min, qum. It means, oh believer, get up. I got up. And in Arabic I told him, Ma anta. What are you? And this is what he told me. أنا Muhammad ibn Abdullah. I am Abdullah, son of, I am Muhammad, son of Abdullah. وأنت, and you, منتخب مرسولي, my chosen person and my messenger. I said, I don't understand that anymore Arabic. He said, فأفهم, understand. From that point on, the conversation went telepathic. Whether you believe it or not, it's immaterial because that's the reality what took place. He said, I chose you to go and tell people what happened to me and what happened to Jesus and what happened to Moses.
Mm.
And so, what can I do? He said, you have to go and read those books, the Bible, the Quran, divide them as I tell you to divide, and read them again, then you'll know exactly what to do. I said, I am a one person. What can I do? He said, that's immaterial. You will go to Ayatollah Muntazeri and tell him exactly what I told you and show him the books, and he will do. I did it. I read the books. I found out that, hey, Muhammad was in Mecca and Muhammad of Medina were not the same person. He was
Wow.
eliminated. I wrote that in the book. I sent a copy of that book to heads of the Shia sect of the Islam. And the answer came to me, whatever you wrote is not right, and it's not time for this kind of a talk. That's a cop-out. He could not call me a blasphemer, and he could not issue a fatwa against my life. I am alive. Friends told me that Sunnis will kill you. I said, who are the Sunnis? Who is their head? They said, the king of Saudi Arabia. I sent the book to the king of Saudi Arabia. Till today, I am alive.
Hey. Wow. Because it's true.
It is true. If it
Yeah.
was not true, they would kill me.
Yeah. Yeah. And they can't do that.
No, they can't.
No.
Because that will be a sacrilege, and that's
Yes.
something they cannot do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they know it's true.
Yes.
And that to you is a blessing.
It is a blessing.
Yeah. Wow. Well, where can people find your books?
I don't know. It's all depends on what you do with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say they can find it on Amazon. I'm sure it's on Barnes and Nobles and things like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna put a link to the books in the description box below so people can get it. Man, I'm telling you, it's just been a pleasure having you on the show. You're gonna have to come back and talk about your travels and
Anytime you
everything
want, I
again.
will. It will be my pleasure.
It's just amazing what you're done. Amazing. And I just literally love the fact that you understand that, women are not out to not be women. We're just out to get respect.
Well, you deserve more than respect because your mind works much better than men's. Men's mind works in certain areas only, and unfortunately,
Trying
one
to
part of
understand.
it is below their waist.
I've been saying that for a long time.
Okay.
So I'm glad you know too. Yes. So men, yeah, up here. Okay. All right,
I am
guys.
free of that.
That's good though. That's
Of course,
good.
it's good.
That's really good. I'm very
People
happy.
think that I am crazy, but that's so be it. I'm
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
free.
I Being free is amazing.
It
Yes,
is.
definitely. And being free is just, oh my gosh, you have got to come back and we've got to talk again.
Anytime you
Awesome.
ask me, I'll be here.
All right. All right. And you heard it right here. He's free. And I hope that other men can be free as well. Remember, up here,
Yeah.
right here, guys, under this hair. And until next time, guys, don't forget to do to be different. Bye.